Hello students, today we will revise what you already learned, that is present continuous and present simple. So we may say we use present continuous tense to talk about actions happening now or to talk about future arrangements. For example, if we say he's reading a book now, we're talking definitely about action that is happening now. And if we say she's having dinner with Tim today, we may know that this is future arrangement because I will be meeting Tim later today and will be having dinner. These are the basic uses of present continuous tense. The first one is for the present and second for the future. Okay, also, it's very important to note that there are some stative verbs which we do not use in the continuous form because they describe states which are true, not actions in progress. These verbs include believe, belong, hate, imagine, know, like, love, and want. For example, it's grammatically correct to say I love learning new languages. We cannot possibly say, I'm loving learning new languages, so love can only be used in present simple and not continuous form. Ok, dakle, da samo pojasnim, ono što sam prethodno pomenula već je bilo rečeno na ranijim predavanjima, dakle present continuous ima dve upotrebe, jedna je za sadašnjost, druga je za budućnost i uglavnom ga koristimo za radnju koja se dešava u trenutku govora što je jasno naznačeno vremenskom odrednicom now ili upravo sada. Takođe ga možemo koristiti za aranžmane ili unapred dogovorene radnje koje će se definitivno dogoditi u budućnosti. Na što posebno moram da skrenem pažnju su glagoli koji se nikada i ne koriste u present continuousu, a to su glagoli stanja i osjećanja. To je nešto što se ne menja i jednostavno se ne može prilagoditi sadašnjem trenutku, niti se tumačiti kao radnja koja se trenutno događa. Neki od tih glagola su glagoli koje sam navela, dakle verovati, pripadati, mrzeti, zamišljati, voleti ili ne voleti, dakle to je nešto što je stvar našeg stava i svakako se ne menja. Okay, let's continue. Present simple tense is used to talk about routines and repeated actions or timetables. For example, if we say she eats apples every morning, definitely every morning shows that the action repeats. If we say he usually wakes up at 7 o'clock, we talk about routine. Routine is something that a person does every day. The train leaves at 8 a.m. This is a non-specific use of present simple tense. In this case, it's used to mean future. And when we use present simple for the future, it indicates some kind of schedule or timetable. Dakle, present simple tense koristimo za rutine ili akcije, odnosno radnje koje se ponavljaju. Takođe možemo koristiti za neke rasporede ili za red vožnje. Ovde vidimo različite upotrebe, dakle u prvom slučaju ona jede jabuke svakog jutra. Svako jutro označava radnju koja se ponavlja. On obično ustaje u 7, dakle ovo je deo neke njegove rutine. Pretpostavljamo da on svakog dana ustaje u 7 ujutru, dakle to možemo očekivati da se događa redovno. Treća upotreba je nespecifična, a to je upotreba koja znači budućnost. Dakle, govorimo o nekim rasporedima ili o nekim satnicama. Hajde da uradimo jednu vežbu, ona je prilično laka i zapravo je ponavljanje i utvrđivanje onoga što ste prethodno naučili. So this is revision exercise. You will use the correct tense, either present simple or present continuous, to complete the sentences. Now I will read the sentences. You should stop the video or maybe use your mobile phone to make a photo of the exercise, and when you finish, you should check the answers. So I'll read the first one. Where's Jim? He blank watched TV in his room. Second, blank, you usually blank have lunch at home. Third, my dad blank work hard every day, but he blank not work at the moment. Fourth, he blank speak English so well because he blank come from the USA. Fifth, look, that man blank run after the bus. He blank want to catch it. Sixth, oh, the teacher blank come. We blank do a test in a few minutes and we are not ready. Seventh, what blank you blank do next Friday? And the last one, the eighth, the cinema blank open at 10 a.m. and blank close at 10 p.m. That's all. Dakle, nemate puno primjera, samo 8. Šta je veoma važno kada treba da rešite zadatak gde se koriste različita vremena? Prvo treba da utvrdite koja upotreba će biti u svakoj rečenici. Dakle, morate da prvo locirate priloške odredbe, kao što su usually, every day, at the moment, look i tako dalje. Na osnovu toga ćete utvrditi jasno da li se radi o present simple ili present continuousu. Ako, na primjer, pogledamo prvu rečenicu u kojoj piše Where's Jim? Dakle, jasno je sasvim da se radnja događa u trenutku govora. Vreme koje se koristi u trenutku govora jeste present continuous i logično je da će odgovor biti he is watching TV in his room. U drugoj rečenici imamo prilog za učestalost usually, obično. Dakle, to nam jasno pokazuje da ćemo u ovom slučaju koristiti present simple, govorimo o uobičajenoj radnji. Moramo voditi računa pri postavljanju pitanja da iskoristimo pomoćni glagol do. Dakle, rešenje će biti do you usually have lunch at home? I tako dalje. Svaku rečenicu morate pažljivo analizirati. Može se dogoditi da imate različita vremena u okviru složene rečenice. To je, na primjer, slučaj kod treće. U prvom delu rečenice imamo my dad work hard every day. Dakle, every day je prilog koji označava da se ovdje radi o present simple tensu, dok u drugom delu rečenice imamo prilog at the moment, što ukazuje da je to present continuous. Dakle, prvo dobro pročitati zadatak, dobro pročitati svaku rečenicu, ako je neophodno podvući vremensku odrednicu i zatim pristupiti rešavanju. Verujem da je prošlo dosta vremena od kad sam zadala ovu vežbu, tako da možemo da proverimo rešenja. Zato ću ih pročitati. Let's check the answers. So where's Jim? He's watching TV in his room. Do you usually have lunch at home? My dad works hard every day, but he isn't working at the moment. He speaks English so well because he comes from the USA. Look, that man is running after the bus. He wants to catch it. Oh, the teacher is coming. We're doing a test in a few minutes and we are not ready. What are you doing next Friday? The cinema opens at 10 a.m. and closes at 10 p.m. Nije bilo teško, morate priznati. Okay, next we will revise future plans and intentions. Now, we use several tenses to express future plans and intentions. So first, let's remind ourselves of the form be going to plus verb. It is used to talk about activities we planned before or to talk about intentions. Remember to change be to the correct form of the subject. So we say, I'm going to play tennis tomorrow. We are going to have a party this Saturday. He's going to get married next month. Dakle, vidimo da se glagol be menja po licima, nemojte to nikako da zaboravite. Ponekad se dešava da učenik zaboravi pa kaže možda I be going to play, we be. Dakle, ne, nikako. Be menjate po licima u obliku am, are, is. Dobro. Ovo je samo podsjećanje na will koje ste prethodno ponovili da bismo uporedili sa be going to. Will is used to talk about general predictions and spontaneous decisions. Dakle, will koristimo za predviđanja i odluke koje donosimo u trenutku govora, odnose se na budućnost. For example, I think the concert will be exciting. Ja to mislim, nema nekih činjenica niti pokazatelja zašto bi to bilo tako, to je samo moja pretpostavka. Then, we also use present continuous to talk about planned appointments and activities. In that case, we often give a time reference. Dakle, present continuous koristimo da govorimo o isplaniranim sastancima ili aktivnostima, obično dajemo neku vremensku odrednicu. Na primer, I'm visiting my cousins in London this afternoon. She's working from home next week. We are taking the plane to Scotland this summer. They're leaving later today. In all these cases, we can see a time reference, like this afternoon, next week, this summer, and later today. Also, it's important to notice that very often, be going to and the present continuous can be used in the same situations. Okay, let's do the future tense quiz. You will fill in the blanks using will, going to, or present continuous. I will read the example sentences. First, when I get home this evening, I blank watch TV. Second, tomorrow evening, I blank meet a client. Third, when they go to Paris, they blank climb the Eiffel Tower. Fourth, what blank you blank do this weekend? Fifth, I haven't got any plans for the weekend. I blank, probably blank, stay at home. Sixth, do you think you blank work until you're 65? 7. Have you seen the weather forecast? It blank rain again. 8. Have a safe flight. Thanks, I blank give you a call as soon as I arrive. And the last one, 9. This is the last question. How many correct answers do you think you blank have? Dobro. Ponovo želim da napomenem, neophodno je dobro naučiti gramatička pravila, znati kada se koje vreme koristi i onda ćete sasvim jednostavno moći da utvrdite koju od ponuđenih opcija ćete upotrebiti. Dakle, uvek se zapitajte da li se radi o nekom planu, nameri, pretpostavci, da li je nešto već unapred dogovoreno, isplanirano ili smo možda u trenutku govora odlučili nešto u smislu budućnosti. If it's necessary, you may pause the video and then copy the sentences in your notebook. Try to figure out the answers and then you may move on to the next slide to check your answers. Okay, I will skip to the next one and share with you the answers that are correct. In the first one, when I get home this evening, I'm going to watch TV. Dakle, u ovom primjeru jasno je da se radi o nekom planu ili o našoj nameri. Dakle, to je unapred već isplanirano. Tomorrow evening, I'm meeting a client. Dakle, ovdje smo upotrebili present continuous for the future. Sastanak je već dogovoren, unapred isplaniran. Dakle, u pitanju je neki aranžman i jasno je da jedino present continuous može biti rješenje. Također imamo time reference. što smo rekli da se i koristi u present continuousu i to je u ovom slučaju tomorrow evening. Dobro, zatim ću preći na sledeći. When they go to Paris, they're going to climb the Eiffel Tower. What are you doing this weekend? I haven't got any plans for the weekend. I'll probably stay at home. Dakle, ovde vidimo da se koristi will. Naravno, kako da iskoristimo will, nismo sasvim sigurni, uvijek je neka pretpostavka u pitanju, neko predviđanje. Dakle, imamo reč probably koja jasno ukazuje da postoji neka vjerovatnoća, ali nije 100% sigurno. Takođe, u sledećem primjeru, do you think you will work until you're 65? Imamo think koji jasno ukazuje da treba da se upotrebi future simple. Have you seen the weather forecast? It will rain again. Have a safe flight. Thanks. I'll give you a call as soon as I arrive. This is the last question. How many correct answers do you think you'll have? Složit ćete se da ni ovo nije bilo teško, dakle sasvim jednostavno smo rešili zadatak, pogotovo uzevši u obzir da je ova lekcija bila utvrđivana više puta. Now, we will move on to questions. Here is a short test for you. Can you answer the most common English questions? Okay, I will read a question and give you a few seconds to try to answer it. Okay, so let's start. Why are you studying English? What's the weather like? What do you do in your free time? What time is it? How are you feeling? What do you do? What's the matter? Is everything okay? Okay. These are typical questions in English, and I guess that you got most correct answers, so it wasn't difficult for you, I think. Now we will take a look at the difference between subject and object questions. Let's first identify the subject and object in each sentence. We want some apples. Tim likes Mary. John is making sandwiches. The tornado will damage the house. Sam is going to meet Jennifer. So the subjects are usually at the beginning of a sentence, such as we, Tim, John, the tornado, and Sam. The objects usually come after the main verb. Apples, Mary, sandwiches, the houses, and Jennifer. The subject is the person or thing that does the action. The object is the person or thing that receives the action. If we say the tornado will damage the house, in this sentence, the subject or the doer is the tornado, and the object or receiver are the houses. In English, most questions are object questions. And in object questions, the question word, which is where, why, when, and how, refers to the person or thing that receives the action or is the object of the verb. If we take a look at object questions, we can see that object questions are formed with first question word, then auxiliary verb, then the subject, and then main verb in the infinitive. So if I ask a question, what will the tornado damage? The answer will be the tornado will damage the house. So the question word what refers to the object. In subject questions, the question word who, what, or etc. refers to the person or thing that does the action or is the subject of the verb. Subject questions are formed with the question word and the main verb. Note, we don't use the auxiliary verb in subject questions. The structure of the question is the same as in the affirmative sentence. If I ask, what will damage the houses? The answer will be the tornado will damage the houses. So I use question word what to refer to the subject, which is the tornado. Now, let's make some subject and object questions. If I have a sentence, Paul is washing the car. Subject question will be who is washing the car, and object question what is Paul washing. If I say Diana lives there, subject question will be who lives there, and the object question will be where does Diana live. Sam is watching a film. Subject question is who is watching a film, and object question is what is Sam watching. Here are some more subject and object questions. Okay. Now let's take a look at the summary. When asking a question, first decide who or what you're asking about. Is it about the doer or the receiver of the action? If you're asking about the doer, then don't use the auxiliary verb. If you're asking about the receiver of the action, then use the auxiliary verb. Okay. Now here is a short quiz for you, so you will choose the correct answer. Okay. My sister enjoys watching the movies. So, which is the correct question, A or B? Next, Mary visits England every summer. Okay, choose the correct question. The dog will break the TV. Okay, choose A or B. I sometimes leave my keys at the office. Okay, choose A or B. The repairman is going to fix my floor. And the last one, insurance costs $50 per month. A or B? I guess that you have all the answers. Let's check. So the first one, the correct answer is B. Second is A. Third is A. Fourth is A. Fifth is A. And sixth is A. Okay, well done. And the last topic for today is expressing opinions. Let's suppose you're in a class with your friends discussing the environmental issues of the 20th century. And for example, one friend says, I think that people shouldn't throw away their old clothes. You might say, I agree. Actually, we need to recycle them. Whether you're speaking or writing in English, it's very important to know how to express your opinion. Today, I will share with you some phrases. Common phrases that are used for expressing opinions are like I think, I believe, I feel, or in my opinion, I would say, I'm worried about, it's important that we need to stop or we need to start, I'm quite concerned about. For example, imagine you have your own website and today you're writing about the pollution. You might say, in my opinion, Hong Kong is the most polluted city in the world. Then you add adverbs or adjectives to make your statement stronger. For example, I really think, I strongly believe, I truly feel, or in my honest opinion. In my honest opinion, Hong Kong is the most polluted city in the world. Then you should give reasons for your opinion. In my honest opinion, Hong Kong is the world's most polluted city. Air quality monitoring devices track levels of dangerous particles that can enter the bloodstream through the lungs. If you want to ask for opinion, we may use phrases like, what do you think of? How do you feel about? What's your opinion on? For example, you may ask, what's your opinion on reducing waste? How do you feel about recycling clothes? What are your thoughts on pollution? Okay, you may agree or disagree with someone's opinion. Let's suppose your friend says, I think we shouldn't throw away old clothes. You might say, so do I, me too, definitely. I agree, I couldn't agree more in case you agree. And you can give reasons for your agreement. I completely agree, we might recycle them. If you disagree, you may use phrases like I disagree, I don't agree, yes, but. For example, let's suppose your friend says, I think we should throw away old clothes. You might say, I don't agree. I think we should give them to homeless people. Also, what is important to memorize is that agreeing and disagreeing should be done politely, so that you show that you respect a person's opinion. You may use phrases like, I'm afraid I disagree. I'm not sure I agree with you on. You have a point there, but, and so forth. Now, let's take a look at the summary about expressing opinion. There are many ways of expressing opinions in English. Maybe there was a lot of information today, but the good thing is that you don't need to memorize all of it. It's always best to choose a few phrases and practice them whenever you can. Okay, and the last exercise for today will be homework. Here you have 3 different parts of sentences. You will have to choose a phrase for expressing an opinion and complete the following sentences. Then you will give 1 or 2 reasons for each opinion, and you will write your sentences for homework. So the first one is, people should throw away their old clothes. We should recycle plastic. Everyone should try to use less water because. For example, I would do it like this. In my honest opinion, Hong Kong is the world's most polluted city. Firstly, air quality monitoring devices track levels of dangerous particles that can enter the bloodstream through the lungs. Secondly, high emissions of CO2 make the situation even worse as people mostly use their cars to get around the city. Dakle, to bi bilo ukratko to. Kao što sam već i rekla, ovdje je bilo dosta informacija za danas. Ono što je dobro je da ne morate da pamtite sve to. Odaberite one izraze i reči koje vam zvuče najprirodnije i koje ćete lako zapamtiti. Trudite se da vežbate svaki dan i da koristite kad god vam se ukaže prilika. Makar da svaki dan naučite po 2-3 reči ili 2-3 fraze, verujte da je to sasvim dovoljno. Dakle, samo polako i strpljivo i uspeh je zagarantovan. To bi bilo sve što se tiče današnjeg predavanja. Naravno, hvala vam na pažnji i do viđenja. Bye!